Let's create a text wrap in Adobe InDesign and then later in Adobe Illustrator. The first thing you need, of course, is some text. So let's just drag a text box here in Adobe InDesign and let's fill this. Let's change the point size first to, let's say, 18. And then let's fill this with some placeholder text. Go up to type, fill with placeholder text. And then we have a bunch of text there. And you need an object. Let's just start with a circle. Let's give this circle some color. That's good. And the third thing, you got your text, you got your object or what you want to have the text wrap around. And then you need, of course, the text wrap menu panel. And if that isn't open on your computer, you can go up to Window on the Mac and click Text Wrap. So you select your object and you have some options here, and we're going to go with the full wrap object option there. And we're going to just move the text over so you can see what happens. There you can see that that text is wrapping around that shape. And you can see that it's very close right now. It's very close. So you have some options here where you can adjust the size, and you can see it automatically adjusting as you change the pixel count for the offset there. And that's really how you would achieve that. Let's jump over to Illustrator quickly and let's do the same thing. Let's create a circle. Move this onto the screen a little bit more. Oops. There we go. A little bit smaller. And let's give it a color, something like that. We'll go ahead and take that stroke off for our demonstration. And we want some text, and of course you want to click and drag your text and it automatically fills with placeholder text. And we can set this over here and we can see that, of course, we haven't added the text wrap. The way you do that is you select the object that you want the text to wrap around, go up to Object and to Text Wrap here and go Make. And that, let's go ahead and zoom in here. And we can see we have the text wrap, but the text did not move. The reason for that is the text needs to be below the object. And so let's bring that to the front. Object, Arrange, Bring to Front. And you can see that it changes now. And similar to Adobe InDesign, you can go to back to Object and to Text Wrap and Text Wrap Options to change the offset there. And so let's make this 36. See what that looks like. And that's the basic way to create the text wrap. Now let's head back into InDesign here. And let's just say you have an image, and I've got an image over here that we're going to bring in. Okay, we've got this. And let's say we want to have a text wrap around this burger. Well, we can't select the image really, and because the burger and the background are one, it's flat. So the way I get around that is I create a shape, and then you can set that shape to the opacity to 0. So let's just draw a shape really quickly using the pencil tool. You can use the pen tool or another tool to outline your shape. You can just very loose outline there. And then we can manipulate that. Let's give that some color so that we can see it. There we go. And we can manipulate this a little bit. Let's change the opacity just so that we can see the burger underneath. There we go. And we can give this a little more shape in here. Like that. because we definitely want the text, of course, to wrap around it. And if it's really, really plain, it's not going to look very good or look like you added a text wrap. So add a few more nodes in here and adjust this. There, like that. Okay, there's a few little bumps here just to give it some, get a little bit more character. One more right in there. Pull that out. Let that guy go down. Something like that. And then looking over here, smooth this out here because it's kind of bumpy. And exaggerate that out a little bit. Okay, I think that's pretty good. We'll put another little bump in here, right in there. It's nice. Okay, so we have this, and we're going to put text on either side of this. Let's go ahead and change the opacity back so we can see we've created this sort of blob shape in the middle around the burger. And let's get some text. I think I had some text already hiding here somewhere. There we go. Okay, we're going to use this text, burger text, and we'll put it against our margin there, something like that. And then we want to select our shape, text wrap, same way, and you can see that that wraps around. And then you can take this shape here, and you can just, a nice thing to do is put it on a separate layer. So that you don't get confused where it's hiding because you don't want to see it. You can change the color to none, and that text wrap stays. It's still there. Like I said, it's hard to see it when it's invisible. But one good thing to do is move your text wrap to a text wrap layer. Text wrap, and then you can move that guy up there. And then you can lock it in place, and you can still move your text around it on either side. And so let's finish this guy up. And we don't want this to happen where the text is just jumping over the edge. So we'll go back to our text wrap. Let's turn everything off. Makes it easier to see. There we go. Come back here, grab that guy, and we're going to fill it this time. And then just change the opacity to 0. There we go. Let's turn these back on, and you can see that's fixed the issue. So if you have that, usually you can just have your text box about right there, but because I had it so far over, it actually flowed inside the empty shape. And we can just bring this text over here so that we can have text on both sides, something like that. Guy up. Of course, you want to line these guys so that they are even, and about like that. I made a few final adjustments to the shape that we created to improve the look of the text wrap.